Hi guys, I miss you all so very much and I can't wait to see you guys again. I have a story for you guys today. It's called Bring on Spring. I'm really excited to read it to you. It's not going to be read to you the way that I had hoped, sitting on our carpet, but hopefully this will give you guys something. Um, all right, let's get started. So, first thing we're going to do is preview and predict. What do we think is going to happen in this story? I know it's kind of hard to see because it's on a computer screen, but what do we think? I'm seeing butterflies and a soccer ball and some kids playing. So my first thought is that they're going to be playing together at a park. Maybe they're doing something fun outside, maybe they're chasing the butterflies, maybe they're even planting flowers. I see she's holding a pot. But that's my prediction. I think that they're going to be doing things that they would do in the beginning of spring. It was the end of March. It was Miss Fickle's first graders. It was the start of something awesome. Today is the first day of spring, Kono cheered. Time for the spring science fair, Molly said. Time for spring clothes, Kono said. Time for spring bugs, Josh said. Time for spring books, Julia said. Time for spring sweets, Andrew said. Sounds like spring is bringing lots of things. I wonder what else it might bring. For Colin, spring meant playing outside. Time for sports, he said happily. Miss Fickle sprang into the classroom. She liked to dress as someone new every day. Today, she was a groovy gardener. I wonder what other costumes she might wear sometimes. Spring is in the air, and so is fun, Miss Fickle said. Who wants to plant bean sprouts? Everyone's hands went up. Miss Fickle's idea was cool beans. The kids got to work. They poured beans into bags of wet cotton. Miss Fickle gave a green thumbs up. Ready, set, grow, she said. I wonder if they're going to make this a competition. Whose bean can grow the biggest? What do you think? What do you predict? Whose bean will grow the biggest? This guy? Hers? Whose do you think? And why? But Colin didn't feel like planting. He poured beans into his pockets. Colin looked out the window. He wanted to celebrate spring outside. Kind of sounds like he's not as excited as everyone else is. He wants to be outside where they just want to be inside. I wonder if they could solve that problem some way. Soon Colin got his wish. Ring! The recess bell rang. I'll plant my beans after recess, Colin said. Spring, here I come. He looks very excited to be outside. Colin was first in the schoolyard. He pitched softballs. He shot hoops. He played soccer and he did cartwheels. Have you ever done any of those things? Colin was having a great time until he reached into his pockets. They were empty. His bean sprout seeds were gone. I lost my beans, Colin cried. Now how will I plant my beanstalks? Huh. I wonder what he's going to do to find them. Colin's friends wanted to help. Don't worry, Colin, Julia said. We will help you find your beans, said Andrew. I like that they're being helpful and kind. Remember to do that at home. The kids looked everywhere for Colin's beans. They looked on the softball field, they looked on the basketball court, they looked in the soccer field, they looked on the playground. But the beans were too small to find. Oh no, said Colin sadly. Now Miss Fickle will be upset. Colin went back to the classroom. I'm sorry, Miss Fickle, said Colin. I lost my beans. It's okay, Colin, said Mrs. Fickle. We can find more beans for you. That afternoon, the class out to the garden. Miss Fickle gave Colin a lot of new beans. Thanks, Miss Fickle, Colin said. Just wait and see, Colin. Your lost beans may find you. Miss Fickle was right. Just a few weeks later, Colin's beanstalk found him. I think it may have fallen out of his pocket into the grass and just grown on its own. What do you think? Ready or not, spring, here we come. What are your thoughts on that story? I was very excited when spring showed up. How did you feel about it? Like I said, I love and miss you all and hope you guys are having a good time at home.